I'm ready. What up? Let's get to it. So, some good news. Matter of fact, great news out of Alabama. Jaylen Mbakwe is returning to Alabama. I repeat, Jaylen Mbakwe is returning to Alabama. Now, first thing, before I even get on to it, get to the article, never get it misconstrued. My argument, I'm not mad about the players getting paid. Even the players going to better opportunities. But at the end of the day, players should be held accountable. Period. And what do they do it for? What are they playing for? Where's the competitive spirit? Where's the nature? No one's saying these players shouldn't get paid, dog. They bring millions, billions to these schools, universities, organizations, etc. They should get paid. But at the end of the day, what is it really about? I mean, how much do you want to give a player? Do you want the players to crash out? Do you want the player to, be immature with the money? Do you want the player just to worry about money, guapino, and make it just about that? Or is it about competition? Like, what is college football supposed to be about, huh? Is it about the competition, the competitive edge, the sport, playing your way, putting the work in to get to the NFL, the next level, where they will get that big payday? You hear me? Nothing wrong with college players getting paid, getting sponsorships, NIL deals, et cetera, et cetera. No problem, dog. But the transfer portal, the whole you can leave after 1 year, that's cap. That's erroneous. It should be contracts involved. Since they want to treat it like the NFL, treat these players like they're professional players. All right, bet. Let's make it real business then. Real business. What did Jaylen Mbakwe say? A business move, a business decision. What does that mean? A team came in, offered them what? 7+ out here? Rumors, speculations, 7+ figures. Heavy, dog. Period. So if that's the game, let's make it a fair game, fair ball across the board, and hold players accountable in some way. That's all I'm saying. You hear me? Hold players accountable in some way. Hello? All right. That's all I'm saying, right? Hold players accountable in some way. Huh? Give them some responsibility. Teach them some character. It makes no sense. It not only affects the players and then moving forward, teaching them no responsibility, dog. Teaching them no value. You hear me? But it affects college football. It affects the fan base. Why do people want to be fans if their favorite player or a player they're rooting for just going to leave after 1 year? Defeats the whole purpose, dog. Heavy. And once again, no one's saying these players shouldn't get paid. But at the end of the day, somebody can come in and pay 10 mil or match price or give a player a certain amount, entice them with money, guapino. These dudes 17, 18, 19, 20. Impressionable minds, dog. You hear me? Now, there's still some players out there with character, morals, principles, integrity, taught to them, instilled in them by their family. But a lot of players just about the bucks. Now you give them these sponsorship, these deals on top of 10 mil, 15 mil. Is that right? It's like pay for play. It's no competition anymore. It's no who can be the best recruit, who can really get players and then, you know what I'm saying, which coach can get players to come to his school out of respect, out of belief, loving the energy, making a gut decision, going with his heart, going with his heart. You hear me? You hear me, dog? It's about money. Pay for play now. Whoever bring the most guapino, and we've seen already how this will backfire with Alabama players, other players who have entered the portal last year. Period, dog. Thought the grass was greener on the other side. That's not the case. Heavy, hands down, man down. Nothing against players getting money, getting paid, but how much you paying these boys? How much do they need? At the end of the day, how much do they need? Then one of them crash out, then what? Oh, it's on a player. He's immature. He's stupid. He's dumb. He blew it, et cetera, et cetera. Get him out of there. So, see how quick the coin can flip? That's all I'm saying, dog. Make it a fair game, fair ball. Don't ruin college football. They're taking the competitive spirit all the way out of it. You hear me? Now, we know, I don't know if Ron Williams got into Jaylen's head or if Bama socked it to his pockets, came out their pockets. You hear me? And at the end of the day, guess what? Bama gonna have to break pockets. That's just the moral of the story. Bama gonna have to break pockets, dog. Heavy. They're gonna have to sock it to some of these players' pockets, especially if they want them. top players, upper echelon, dog, they're going to have to pay them dudes. That's what the game is now. They're going to have to play the game. Greg Byrne, etc. They're going to have to stop being greedy, stop being stingy, dog, and pay up more if they want to compete heavy in the portal in the NIL era. Just what it is, dog. Is it fair? No. Is it right? No. But it's the game we play now. Mini NFL, you hear me? Semi-pro. Call it semi-NFL, dog. Now, am I saying get crazy with it? If you can't pay the dude, you can't pay the dude. Let him walk. And like I said, still dudes who go with their heart, go with their beliefs, their morals, their integrity, and still want to play for Bama because they've been dreaming of having that A on their chest, dog, and that number on their helmet. You hear me? Rolling with the Crimson Tide locked in for real. Period. But yeah, they're on their way to just making it about pay for play, and it's wrong in my opinion. But it's never about the players not getting paid their just due. No one's saying that. All I'm saying, let's play fair ball, dog. Bring the contracts out then, heavy. Period. If a team can just come in and take a player away with big bucks, because that state or that school has more money to offer, let's get the contracts involved heavy since they're making it that way anyway. Let's make it real NFL type shit going on here. You hear me? Yeah, big school here, roll tide full of pride, homie. Heavy, no cap. Just get into the article real quick, though. Well, and more news is Jaylen Mbakwe returns, right? Payne enters the portal or expected to enter the portal. No need to waste more time. Let's just get into the article right now. Yeah. But great news, dog. Like I say, Jaylen Mbakwe, a great athlete, a great talent, can play both sides of the ball, all that. I expect him to do big things next year in his sophomore season. Cornerback, I expect him to be a starter. As long as he puts the work in, stays focused, heavy. And I'm glad, he worked out a deal that he's comfortable with. I'm sure he's getting sponsorships, deals for the future, etc. That's what it's about. I'm not mad at that at all. But let's not have these dudes sell their soul for $1. Alabama cornerback Jaylen Mbakwe no longer entering the NCAA transfer portal. Alabama cornerback Jaylen Mbakwe is coming back to the Crimson Tide, according to On3's Hayes Fawcett and Pete Nakos. After planning to enter his name into the transfer as of yesterday, Mbakwe will no longer do so and returning to Tuscaloosa. Mbakwe appeared in 11 games as a true freshman this fall at Bama. He totaled 15 tackles, a pair of deflections, and an interception in those outings in their secondary. Mbakwe, a Pensa native, played high school football at Clay Chalkville. He was the number 16th overall recruit in the nation there as a 5-star plus prospect in the 2024 cycle. That's according to the On3 industry ranking, a weighted average that utilizes all 4 major recruiting media companies. He rated as the number 2 cornerback in the class behind only Ellis Robinson. He was also the number 3 player out of Alabama after wide receiver Cam Coleman, Auburn, and wide receiver Ryan Williams. So shout out, respect to him. And Jaylen Mbakwe, he can go both ways. So will Bama make him sort of an Iron Man? Was that some of the negotiations, some of the discussions? Does he want to play receiver? What position does he really want to be at the end of the day? With this, Alabama will currently remain at 15 players officially in the transfer portal. A third of those have committed elsewhere, like linebacker Canoe Colt, Vanderbilt, DB Jaleel Hurley, Kansas, cornerback Devontae Smith, Notre Dame, defensive lineman Jaheim Otis, Colorado, he been gone, and wide receiver Kobe Prentice, Baylor. I don't understand some of these moves, dog. However, Mbakwe, one of the top-rated players on a roster, will not be joining that group after all with this decision to remain at Alabama. And I'm pretty sure, I guarantee, he made the best decision, dog, no cap. So yeah, Mbakwe in the building, bro. Shout out, respect to him for making the best move, I feel, going with his heart. I'm sure he talked to Ryan Williams. They got a bond, real relationship, dog. So man, stick it out, bro. Stick it out, bro. You gonna shine straight up. Now, more news. Alabama defensive lineman Damon Payne expected to enter NCAA transfer portal. How does this affect Bama? Are you losing a D lineman? You're losing somebody in the trenches that always hurts you, can always affect you. But like I say, Bama got to replace him, hit the portal, recruiting, etc. Like I say, just like teams attack their players, vice versa. Go at him, go at their neck. And like I say, break your pockets, Bama. Empty that bank out. That's the realm college football is in. Empty that bank, homie, heavy. Alabama defensive lineman Damon Payne is expected to enter the NCAA transfer portal, according to On3's Pete Nakos. Following a redshirt year in 2021, Payne played 6 games in 22, then saw time in 23 as a rotational player on the defensive line. This past season, he logged 14 tackles and 1 fumble recovery in 8 games. So he's probably mad he didn't get PT. He probably doesn't want to stick around to fight it out, battle it out. One of those guys who just want to go elsewhere. You hear me? Is it cowardly? You can call it cowardly. Does he not want to compete? You can damn near call it that. You hear me? But that's what it's about. Let dudes go. Dudes don't want to be there. Get him out the building, homie. Get him out the building. And he's a true veteran. So wish him the best, but I think it's a coward move. It comes down to competing, earning your spot, earning your playing time. As a member of the class of 2021, Payne was a 4-star recruit out of Belleville, Michigan High. According to the On3 industry ranking, a weighted average that utilizes all 4 major recruiting media companies. He was the number 2 overall prospect in the state, the number 7 defensive lineman in the class, and the number 49th overall prospect in the class. You know, like I say, anytime you lose somebody in the trenches, it sucks. But was he a key contributor? You know, could he start next year? No, we will never know. With Payne expected to move on, Alabama will lose a key rotational piece across the defensive line. With the portal open and postseason play about to begin, it's a tough balancing act in college football facts. Now, we did see, Payne in the rotation, made some good plays, but I think he can be replaced. Head coach Jaylen Mbakwe has to prepare his team for the Relia Quest Bowl against Michigan. There's so many different pieces to this. The board said, I get that and appreciate the question for sure. But, I think this again, we made it always about this team. That's when we've been at our best, is when we really focused on just what it means to this program, this team. We go back to the Iron Bowl. It wasn't about anything external. It was about this group. And that's what we certainly keep it to. When it comes to getting ready for, Michigan and the bowl game. That's what it is, dog. Alabama 9-3, 5-3 in the SEC, have participated in 9 of the previous 11 playoffs, but the selection committee chose to include SMU over the Crimson Tide. Garbage, corny. A data point UA was hoping would be enough to sway the committee with strength of schedule. Cap, bro. Alabama has the number 16th schedule compared to number 60th for the Mustangs per ESPN's Football Power Index. Trash ass committee. I can't wait to troll the whole committee. That's what it is, dog. So when Mbakwe returns, Payne leaves. Part of the process, part of the game. Let me know how you feel about it. Fire them comments up. Feedback is much appreciated. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell, huh? Big skull here. Roll Tide full of pride. Win, lose, or draw heavy. Yeah.